Hey guys, Dr. Nick here. And listen, I'm coming at you with some information on red light therapy. So this little beauty beside me here is called the Lightwave machine. And what it has is three different colors of light therapy. So there's red light, infrared, which is actually near infrared, and then blue light. And they all do something different. So what's all the fuss about with red light therapy? Red light therapy is basically light that we should be getting from the sun. And in the world that we live in, we're in a fear-dominated culture where we want to avoid the sun because it's going to cause skin cancer, and we're using sunscreens and all sorts of things to block out these beneficial rays. Now, definitely, there's a dilemma with too much sun exposure and peak times in the day, but we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak, and completely avoid sun exposure because it's absolutely responsible and so important for many aspects of health in our body, namely circadian rhythms and hormonal fluctuations and expression and skin turnover and healing. So we're going to do a more thorough science video with the developer and one of the owners and representatives of Lightwave, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we're so interested in it. So first of all, red light is a stimulus for more superficial layers of healing. So it can help with collagen stimulus, blood surging to the surface of the skin, so capillary beds, helping to bring energy and nutrients to the surface of the skin, helps with elastin. So it helps with tissue healing on a more superficial level. It's also a great stimulus, just like I said, for circadian rhythm. So if we expose ourselves to early morning red light or red light before bed, we're starting to mimic some of that circadian rhythm of the sunrise and sunset. Now, the cool thing is that there's actually 5 FDA clearances for this particular therapy of Lightwave. It's for acne, for wrinkles, for firming. It's considered to be a photodynamic therapy for a lot of skin blemishes and issues, and also for pigmentation and pain and inflammation. Personally, we've been using it now for about 2 to 3 weeks, and at least every day or every other day. And I've noticed a significant lessening to the pigmentation spots from the sun. And so I grew up in the Okanagan and spent hours or days, like the entire day outside in the sun, water skiing and whatnot. And I was constantly blasting, sun over my face and whatnot. So over time, yeah, you develop more of those little blemishes and little darker spots from sun damage. And so that's been so far the first thing that I've noticed. And it also actually just really puts me in a nice deep parasympathetic, deep rest state. And every time Sonia gets into the light, she's out like she's sleeping within moments. So it's quite funny, the hormonal effect and the parasympathetic effect it seems to have. So pretty cool. There's those 5 FDA clearances for this therapy. Now, so that's red light therapy. Red light therapy is more superficial. And then we've got near infrared light. Now, you may recognize the infrared light when we're talking about saunas, and that's actually typically, a sauna could either be just heat, or it could be far infrared light or full spectrum light. The thing is with red light and near infrared light, and the red light could even be like red light from like a red light bulb you screw into your bedside table. But in order for red light to be therapeutic and near infrared light to be therapeutic, there's something called the square law, which means that the distance away from the light is very, very important. So you want to be as close as possible to the skin in order to get that benefit. Right now, I've got this turned on infrared light. Now there's little sensor lights that are showing up as red, but near infrared lights, actually, you can't see it. It's outside of the visible spectrum. So if you were to get some sort of picture of it, it would look more violet. But we can't see that, but we know it's on its near infrared setting right now because those little light sensors. I'll show you what the full red light looks like in a moment. So no, near infrared, just like far infrared, penetrate much deeper into the tissues of the skin, which means we're getting a deeper healing response. So we were talking about pigmentation before. Pigmentation looks superficial, but the damage is actually deeper. And so same thing with scars and other things, pain, inflammation, you want to get that information deeper into those cell tissues. And essentially what we're doing is we're giving energy, we're giving information into the little mitochondria. So this is actually a stimulus for cellular energy. Mitochondria are like the batteries of our cells. So when you activate those things, they're turning on cellular energy, and you're actually helping to invoke and increase mitochondrial production, according to what the research tells us. So getting regular doses of this near infrared light and red light therapy is amazing for all the cellular mechanisms in the body. So the third light is blue light. Now, blue light happens for us during the middle of the day. It's sort of the middle points between sunrise and sunset. It's the blue sky. Blue light's also important. The problem with blue light, though, is that we're getting exposed to blue light constantly. We're always on our devices. We're always on the phone. We're always like TV, whatever it is. And we've got our light bulbs switched on full blast all throughout our homes late up until the evening. And so unfortunately, we're in a blue light dominant world, and we've got blue light, and eventually, hopefully we get some black light at nighttime. But obviously for people living in the city, there's a lot of extra blue light that's seeping in through the nighttime, which is messing with someone's hormonal rhythms and everything else. So you may ask, well, why do you want blue light as a therapy? Well, there's some amazing benefits of blue light. So same thing with the red light and near infrared light. It's all about how close you can get that to the surface of the skin. So when you're running a blue light program, that's actually helping to kill and cleanse infective bacteria and different things. So amazing for acne and other like skin blemishes that have an infection component to them. And so you blast it with the blue light to work on those microbes, and then you deliver red light and infrared light into the body. And so the different settings or different programs on this unit will work for different types of skin issues. So I'm just going to turn off for a moment. The one that I was running just now was just a full infrared light program. This one is the blue light, as you can see, those blue colors. And you know what? This one's warm. So it's actually really nice. So I lie under here, and I mean, it just feels like you're sitting in a sauna almost. It's not obviously as hot as that, but it feels so nice on the skin. But again, that's more for microbes and infections and things like that. So I can turn that off, and then I'm going to show you the red light, and you can see just how bright that is. Now, when people are getting these therapies, I'm going to turn that off because it's hard to see. When people are getting these therapies, you're not sitting on there with your eyes open. Now, red light on the eyes shouldn't be a problem, but we just don't want to take any chances. And so people are basically wearing these eye goggles. I'll put them on for you so you can see. So you're wearing these eye goggles, and it's basically protecting your eyes. So for those that are definitely more sensitive on the eyes, that's basically what you'd be doing. Personally, what I do is I just close my eyes under there. I like to get a little bit of that red light exposure, but it's kind of like the sun. You don't want to stare at the sun for too long. This is obviously quite a bit less powerful than the sun, but still, we just want to play on the safe side. Now, one of the pieces here with this is you can move this anywhere in the body. So we do a lot of facial treatments just from a longevity. We want to look good on the inside and the outside, but just helping to get that youthful glow going. But you can use it on anywhere in the body. Maybe someone's got lung issues, inflammation in the lungs, or asthma. Maybe there's an injury that needs healing. You can focus that on, say, like a knee or an elbow or a shoulder or something like that. So that's a nice thing about this, is it's mobile and it can be moved to different areas of the body. There's been lots of great things that we've noticed personally at home. And again, it's just one of those tools that we definitely wanted to bring into the longevity lab because it's such a powerful, important tool, especially for us living in Canada, getting a whole lot less sun. Obviously in Vancouver too, the fact is that we get more gray days than we do sunshine. And unfortunately, just being at the latitude that we're at, we don't often get a lot of those amazing benefits of those UV rays throughout that winter time. So we're not necessarily activating that vitamin D response in the body. So this is a great prep to, even before someone's going to go to a warmer climate, because you're kind of prepping your body for sun exposure. It's also great combining it with sort of like doing a facial. You can use it after or post and prep your body so that it's more resilient once the facial comes, or for laser therapy or microdermabrasion, whatever it may be. You want to build up the strength of your skin before you do some of those procedures. And then, even after surgeries, doing it over scars and things like that. So lots of different applications for the red light therapy. Deeply relaxing. It's definitely one of our favorite tools, and it's definitely an important tool on that longevity piece, because it's really all about upregulating mitochondrial function, hormone function, and basically getting your body revved up. So that's the Lightwave. We're going to give you another science video that's going to go into more information soon. But yeah, thanks for watching. And this is what we're doing at the Longevity Lab, right? Biohacking your biology, upgrading your cells, free your mind, and join the longevity movement.